whatever England does, Scotland, the little attention-seeking, stinking little brother, always tries to copy. England freed loads of prisoners, and it went so well that Scotland are going to do the same. And why not? The first of up to 390 prisoners are being released early in the latest attempt to ease overcrowding in Scotland's jails. Again, it works so well in England. It's not like anyone's been recalled. It's not like it made no difference whatsoever because the jails are still full. Might as well copy them. Emergency legislation was passed last year which allows eligible inmates sentenced to less than 4 years to be freed after 40% of their term rather than 50%. Justice Secretary Angela Constance said the prison population was too high and the releases were necessary to ensure that there was room for prisoners who pose the greatest risk and to support rehabilitation to reduce offending. I'm not 100%, but can you or can you not get arrested in Scotland for offending someone even if you are in your own house and they are not there? Is these the sort of dangerous criminals that they need to free up space for? I am 100, not 100%, I am 99% certain that is a real law in Scotland. And they say freedom of speech and everything is dead. Oh, it's not, is it? We're free. If we want safer communities, we must also have safer prisons, she told Good Morning Scotland. Mrs Constance accepted the violent criminals made up not an insignificant proportion of those serving short sentences, but she could not say how many such offenders would be freed early. Why would she know? She's just a Justice Secretary. She knows, she doesn't want to say. At least 8 inmates were released from Scotland's largest prison, HMP Barlinnie, earlier. Some got into waiting vehicles while others walked down the road together from the Glasgow prison, hand in hand skipping on their way to Wetherspoons. One man said he had been released early, days earlier, from a 9-month sentence. He said he was over the moon to be out and that Barlinnie was over full. That's what I mean, a couple of days early from a 9-month sentence. I mean, in reality, who cares? You get 2 people in one cell, it's like a bus stop, he told BBC's Scotland. 2 people? Come to England, mate. It's getting too full up with all the people coming in, so they have to let people out. At HMP Edinburgh, also known as Salton Prison, an inmate called Ian was released 3 weeks early from a 2-year sentence for robbery and assault. I'm happy to be out. I've been in for far too long. I'm going to get my life sorted out now. Those extra days are giving him a right kick up the backside, mate. He thought, well, I'm going to turn my life around. When asked about conditions inside the prison, Ian said, it's not too bad, to be honest. Depends on who you are. At the end of last week, there were 8,344 inmates in Scotland's prison, above the target operating capacity of 8,007. Last summer, 477 prisoners were released early in an emergency attempt to ease overcrowding, but 61 ended up back in custody before their original planned release date, according to SPS data, and within 2 months the overall prison population had again risen above the level at which the releases began. So, long story short, they let out a load of prisoners. A couple of months later, there was more prisoners in jail than they'd ever had anyway, so big load of difference it made.